Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Can I move on to the next thing? Everyone can see my screen? Okay. So now guys, this is the third topic which I'm going to teach you, and that is how to enable immediate feedback in Jenkins. That's the third pillar, right? You use Jenkins for immediate feedback of whatever you do. So now how do we get this immediate feedback? So one of the method which we have to receive the feedback, and that is one of the is like an email. Okay. Our second options which we have is like a chat. Third option which we have is like you can also get pager and stuff like that. And fourth option which you have is like dashboard. Dashboard, typically you call it pipeline. So pipeline, you create it, you integrate the jobs and stuff like that. So we'll work on the dashboard front. Now here, when it comes for the email functionality, there's a two plugins are available. Okay, so let me show you here. There's a two functionality. There's a two plugins are available. One plugin is log into Rajesh 123. So now here, manage plugin, and here go and check the installed one. Now if you see here, just search for mail. Okay. You see here there's one plugin which is called email extension plugin. Okay. That's the one plugin which you have. This is advanced version of it. And there is one more plugin which you have somewhere, mailer plugin. Okay. It's the basic version actually. Basic version. Now this is the way. So you have a mailer and you have an advanced. Now these two plugins, how to get it, already is installed actually. So if you go to the DevOps pool, now let's create one job for this, and let's create email basic. Okay, email -basic. Digital projects, click OK. Now you want to drop an email, so you have to go to the post bill action, and here in the post bill action you have so many features actually. If you look at this here, see, so many features are there. Don't get lost in that many features because all are available because of certain reasons, certain plugins. So I will stick to my objective. I want the email, basic email. So here you see this is the basic email functionality, email notification. This is the one. Okay. Now you set this email here, you will get it. Now this have a very limited option here, send email for every unstable build. Or here there's a second option which you have right now is send separate emails to individual who broke the build. So basically it's a very limited functionality. Now this is the one which you have available powered by mailer plugin. Now if you go for the advanced plugin, email extension plugin, then you have to use this one, editable email notification. And this is a very advanced, let me tell you here. You can say from, you can decide the recipient list, you can put it up. This is the variable is been used to list, content type, subject you can decide, content which you want to put it up, you can customize which you wanted, attachment, you want the attach the build dog and all. And again, this is not the end of this option, advanced setting, so many other options. See, you can execute some pre-send script, post-send script, add some groovy class path. You can trigger something, failure on developers or culprits, recipient list, requester, and so many options are there. Okay, so you can enable these two plugins based upon your requirements. Now the question is how these plugins will be able to send an email. So now emails is powered by SMTP. Remember, SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Yes, the email which was right now I was getting it in the morning, that was done through the system. That system Linux has sent that email to you. So basically, Jenkins, in the absence of SMTP server, Jenkins send that request to the your server's system to drop an email, and system utility send that email because my server was in public domain, and so it sent that email. But right now we'll set up SMTP. So how we get up a SMTP? So for that, I will just leave it as it is. Go to the Jenkins. Any options which I said very specifically, any options which you want to configure, not install, configure. Manage Jenkins, configure system. Click on it here. And again, you will find so many options. Don't get lost. Stick to your goal. I need SMTP. SMTP. And here you see extended email notification SMTP server you have for this plugin. And for the basic one, you have somewhere in the down. See here, email notification. For if you want to use this one, if you want to use the basic one, you set here SMTP. If you want to use the advanced one, you set this is SMTP. It's up to you. So now, how do we get SMTP? So now let me get one SMTP with the help of AWS. So here, I go to AWS. I'll quickly grab one SMTP just for the demo purpose, nothing else. Okay, so here I'll go for the Ireland region. That's where I have a mail server set up. SCS we call it. There's a service which is SCS for the setup the SMTP server. So simple mail service. Now I'm setting up one SMTP setup. Now this is the SMTP server. Okay. Here this is the SMTP server, and now I have one credential I have to create. Now this is Jenkins. I'll name this Jenkins. This has been used for the Jenkins. Now this is a credential. Now let me tell you, after this use, I have to delete this, otherwise it will be creating a problem for me. So yes, be mindful about it. So I'm setting up this one. So can I go ahead and set it up now? So here now let's set it up in the basic one. So here SMTP server, this is the one. Here I'll go for the advanced option. I'll try to set it up authentication. And what is the username? So my username is here. Password, this is the one. Now use SSL or TLS. I'll go for the SSL. SSL 465, TLS 578. You can use it. The port number, this one. And okay, test configuration. Rajesh @SCM Galaxy. Test it. Here you see, what is the error? See here. If you read the error, you will get it. Actually, here it says that email sent. See this email. This is the email address. Okay, nobody at nowhere. Okay, email address is not verified. So that means this SMTP does not recognize this email address. Now you must be wondering from where it is coming. So this is a from list. If you go up a little bit up slowly, it's coming from here. So here you have to give some address which should be recognized actually. So typically info@scmgalaxy.com, which is recognized by this SMTP server, which I'm using right now. And now I'm not saving it. Okay, if I save it, then I will lose the editable form. So I'll apply it. This also you can do that. Now I go back here and Can I test one more time? And here, see here, email was successfully sent. Can I validate? Do you have you received this email? And here you see, yes, I have got this email. Look at this here. So this email validation is done. So this is the way Jenkins you can enable it. So now SMTP is set up. Now I have to get the email for it. So now go to the DevOps and here go for the email basic, configure it. Now what I want the email. So in this case, I'm not using the editable email notification, which is the advanced version of it. This is the basic one. So here rajesh@scmgalaxy.com. This is the email. I want to get it delivered the moment the job is unstable. So apply. Now how can you make the job unstable? So I'm failing this build with the intentions. What to do? If I do exit 1, it will fail the build, and you know that what is the exit 1 means, right? And build now. Failure can be because of any reason. Build failed, and I go and check console output. See, email is being sent, and now you see here that email is not in the spam box. This is sent by, see here, sender, and this is the log, and many things. So guys, this is the one of the way you can work with to enable the email functionality. So are you clear with this? Are you clear with the email? Any questions? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No.
Okay, so what I should do, because if I do not disable, it might get misused. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disable that. And here, what is that? Jenkins. I'm going to delete that. Delete this. Done. Okay, so that way it will not be a problem for me. So now this is done. Now guys, what is the chat? So guys, many times what happens, like you are using, your organizations are using a chat functionality a lot, many times actually, many times. Like let's say I have used Java also, by the way, and then I have used this Cisco communicator. I have used in one of the organization. Okay, Cisco's communicator actually. Now there is a one tool which is becoming very popular nowadays, Slack. So this is the one tool which you have it. So have you used the Slack? Have you used the Slack? You guys, which chat engine you are using in your project?
Use Skype.
Oh, Skype also is possible. Let me tell you, I don't have an enterprise Skype. There's a 2 version of Skype. One is for the public people and one for the enterprise Skype. So you are talking about the enterprise Skype. Okay, so yes, you can use the enterprise Skype also. Now I'll teach you that how can you integrate any of this chat functionality. Okay, right now I don't have a Jabber, I don't have a Cisco communicator, I don't have a Skype enterprise also. But let me tell you here, if you follow the steps which I am telling you, you will be able to do that. So step number 1, install plugin. Install plugin. That's the first thing you have to do. Step number 2, configure plugin. Where to configure? I have told you 2 times. Configure plugins. Third thing, step 3, use plugin. That's all. Use plugin in the job. That's all. No major complications are here to integrate in Jenkins. So can I start doing it? So let me show you here. I go to the Jenkins. Here, where's my Jenkins? Here it is. Now go to the Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and here I click on the manage plugins. Let me tell you, I know these plugins are not installed. These plugins are not installed. So can I locate these plugins? So let's go to the available tab here and Jabber, J-A-B-B-R, Jabber. Okay. I just filter it out, and here there's see here. Jabber XMPP notifier and control and server is there. By the way, this plugin, the one which you see, Jabber server, has some security warning recently. Maybe the new version of Jenkins might have detected it. So this is the one you can use it right now. I'm just showing you these things. So you have to install, configure, and use that. Now for the Cisco collaborators, Cisco is one of the also very popular tool. You see here, Cisco Spark notifier. So you can use this one also. Now You can use Skype also. So if you use Skype, here you see Skype, says Skype notifier. So you have to use the Skype notifier. So again, you have to install this plugin. Okay, let me install it. I will install it just for the, I cannot show you the entire flow because I don't have a Skype enterprise account, but you can get it up and running within a lot of time. So I'm installing, and let me tell you here, you must be wondering, I am installing this plugin, so how come these other plugins is being installed? So basically this plugin is dependent on another plugin. So all the dependent plugin is being installed. So that's the one thing. See here, step number 1 is done. Now configure plugin. So for that, what I will do, go to the Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and here you see configure system. You see here, always for any configuration, please come here, configuration system. And now don't look any other options, just focus on to find out your options. Okay, here it is. And now enable. Now you have to give the initial group chat, what is this, and then group here, fill all this information, and you can start using it. Okay, so just check with your team, enterprise, the team who is managing this. Okay, so if you fill this, see group chat name, group chat nickname, and Hudson user and username and password, you'll be able to do that. So those are the things, it's possible. Now if you do this, this is the second step. After that, third step, what you're going to do, third step, use plugins in the job. Can I do that? So here, go, I have not configured it, but still I can use it. It will not work simply. So here you go to the create a new job. This is for the Skype demo. Project, click OK. Go to the end of it because you want to send notification at the end of it. And here, post bill action. Here, Skype notification. And here, target. You can put it up which user you want to send out, test user or advanced options. So many options you have it. Select this which you want and use it. Simple. So this is the way you can do that in the Skype enterprise also. So did you understand the Skype part? Will you be able to do that yourself? Will you be able to do that yourself? Yeah, you should try. Yeah, so I don't have an account, so I cannot try. That's a problem here. So it's a paid account, enterprise is a paid one. Now I can show you Slack one. Slack is one of the most popular chat engine in the industry right now. Slack, most of the companies I've seen, they are using Slack. So how can you do that? So Slack allows you to have a free account and integration possible. So let me do that. So here, same process I will follow. Manage Jenkins, manage plugins, available tab. Here I'll go Slack, filter the Slack. I typed something, but it's not showing. Right now it has come. Slack. And here you see Slack notification is there. Here you have it. Okay, so here you see this plugin is a Slack notifier that can publish build status to the Slack channel. So here it is. Install without restart. I'm installing the Slack. So step number 1 is I'm doing it. Done. Can I do the step number 2? For the step number 2, I have to do certain things. Now what I have to do, so I have to go to the Slack. This is my Slack, by the way. This is the Slack. Okay, so now here I have a 2 accounts, actually 2 workspace. We in Slack we have a workspace concept. So I have enrolled for the 2 workspace. Is for my one for my company, one for my community. So here what you have to do, you have to go to these are the channel, you see these are the channels, these are the channels here. Okay, so here you have to go to the plus app button. Okay, app button, click on this, browse apps, and here you have to select which you want to integrate. You want to integrate Slack with the Jenkins, so click on Jenkins. Okay, now here view in the app directory, and here you see the URL. Please look at it. That's my URL, devopsschool.slack.com. Now I will go and here edit this configuration, and this has been configured for my channel. So post to channel, which one? Random. Which is a random, by the way? This is the random. Here, see, this is the random. I configured by default. Okay, and what is the token? This is the token. I must copy it here, this token, and and what is the customized name, Jenkins dot dot dot. So random, and there is a, everything is as it is, just save it, that's all. So you wanted to have a token, actually that's the one thing I wanted to have it. If you want the setup instruction, you can expand this one and you will get it. See, step 1 what you have to do, step 2 what you have to do, step 3 what you have to do, and step 4 what you have to do. So simple, they have given you so many easy ad hoc ways to integrate it. So by the way, step 1 I have done it. I have got to that manage plugin and install the plugins, that is done. Now I'm going to configure it. For the configuration, you know that very well where to go for it. So manage Jenkins, configure system, and focus on your area, Slack, SLACK. Okay, now here workspace. What is the workspace name? So my workspace name is DevOps School. I told you, I showed you here, and that's a workspace school, spelling mistake. And now you have to add the credentials. So now what is the credentials? So let's add this credential here. Now what should be text, right? Last time I had used the text. This is the one. Let me copy paste one more time. This is the one, and this is the Slack and identifier Slack also. Click add and Slack here. Okay, and default channel and member ID, which is the default channel, of course, the channel which we have used in Slack is hash random, correct? No, so hash random. Now here I'm going to give the random. Now I don't know I should provide this one or hash random, so I'll click on a question here, and here it says, see, hash build hash random, so it should be hash random like this. Okay, so can include the name or channel ID number. So here it's a internal user ID which notification should be sent, example this one. So this is done. Disable this notes. Now I'm going to test, and you see success. Okay, now did I receive the test one, test chat? Go to that random, and here it is, I received that. Okay, so this second thing is also I have done. Second thing which I was talking about, configure it, done. Third thing, use plugins in the job. So I have to go and use it. So let me save this guy. Now go to the DevOps School, create one job. This time you want to create a job to check the Slack. So I'm just clicking the freestyle project, click OK. And now I want this build to be notified with the Slack. So here, Slack notification, see here, and now select wherever you want. So when you want to get notified when you want to build start, success, aborted, not build, unstable, regression, every failures, back to normal. If you're crazy, you can check all option, and let me tell you, disaster. You'll get too many noise for this build, too many noise. It's not good practice, but I'm just showing you demo. You can select whichever you want it and save it. Build now. And you see here, you started gets bombarded with the things. And here, open this one. You can click here and get started. So see here, if it is a failure, let me fail this job, by the way. So let me fail this job. So how can I fail this? Simple way to fail this. Go to this, exit one, save it, trigger it. And you see, you started bombarding. You see, failure message red. See, this is okay. This is red. Open up the directly console, and here is a failure. So did you understand that? How can you get immediate feedback through the chat? Any questions? Any doubts so far? Any questions? Any doubts? Guys, are you there? Hello.
Yes, Rajesh, no doubt.
Okay, so now next thing is, what is a pager? So again, you can page also yourself. That is possible. I don't have a pager services and all, but yeah, you can do that. Pager, you can install. Go to the same concept. You can go to the manage Jenkins, manage plugins available, and pager you can enable it. Install this pager you have here. Here, PagerDuty, you can do that. OpsGenie, if you're using OpsGenie also, you can try. See here, OpsGenie. So PagerDuty, OpsGenie, these are the, you get SMS also, you get a paged also, You can get an email also. Who will send it? Opgenie will send it, or PagerDuty will send it. So all this thing you can do it very well. PagerDuty, Opgenie. So here you can install this PagerDuty and Opgenie. These are the operations tool actually. By the way, Gine. I hope spelling is correct. Genie. Okay. So this is the PagerDuty. Now this is a most important one, and this is basically in this to have a dashboard. Basically, to have a dashboard, I need to show you two things. First thing, integration. Let me talk about where is that. It's somewhere here. So you have to integrate, and then only dashboarding will come into the picture. In fact, dashboarding, there are two kind of dashboarding I'll show you. One is like a pipeline, and another one is a build pipeline. Both the dashboarding I'll show you and stuff like that. So integration and pipelining, we will do that tomorrow. That is the tomorrow's topic. So here, tomorrow day 2, we will talk about integration, pipelining, which is called dashboarding in my terminology, and then advanced feature, admin feature, sorry, not advanced, admin of Jenkins, like user management, authentication, authorization, backup, restore, and like security, and a tool, and some of the settings and stuff like that. Okay, so guys, any questions so far you have right now? Any questions, future?
Rajesh.
Yes, please tell me.
One question. Currently, if we want to back up all the configuration for the job, right? What is the best practice beside we copy the configuration from the physical server?
Actually, there's a multiple approach for it. Okay, let's say it's a topic anyways, I'll talk about it, but just because we have asked this question and we have a time right now, so I must explain it to you. Backup, when I say backup, let me tell you here, in Jenkins, there's no database, so you should back it up. So it's only the configuration file. All this configuration file you should have in XML. So all the XML, if you take a backup, you got a backup of it. Everything is done. Now the question is, how do you take a backup? So simple, you copy as it is using rsync. That's also one kind of backup. Rsync, RSYNC, sync. That's one thing also you can use. You can plug in also. You can plug in also. You can. Okay. So I love this plugin, but again, straightforward backup would be this one also. It's good, but here you have to define which directory you want the backup, and for that you need to know the internal directory structure knowledge of the Jenkins. For example, which file to take, which file not to take, and stuff like that. So yes, I'll show you the demo through the plugins, and that's a more easier and more flexible way. But rsync also will work, and in fact, in long back, in 2010 or sometime, I had written a shell scripting, but that is not relevant now because the plugin is more stable and stuff like that. So I had written a shell scripting which will check which file to take a backup extension and the format and location. So that, I mean, again, and in Google also you'll find a lot of it. But easiest way, take a full backup, do the rsync of all XML or plugins. So this way you can try to.
So the plugins refer to what plugin?
What is that?
The plugin here is what's the name for the plugin?
So the plugin name is Thin Backup. You must try if you want it. Thin Backup. Okay. By the way, there are so many other backup plugins are available. I love this this plugin. Again, there are 4-5 plugins for the backup is available already in the plugin repository. But I like this plugin very much.
This the Thin Backup. Is it the backup, the configuration to the JIT or any others?
No.
Medium?
This will back up to a directory, and from there you can do one thing to a directory you define, and from there you can run a job, Jenkins job, to commit and push. Simple. Logic is in your hand. Getting my points.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
So meaning that the plugin is not straight away to the Jenkins, but we need to do the additional step.
Yes, and that's very simple. No, you have to you can configure one job which will commit at certain this directory and keep pushing it on certain interval. So that's not very difficult. Commit is like one line of command, push is one line of command, and you know this directory.
Any way to detect the changes of the configuration?
What you said?
Any way to detect changes on the configuration?
Yes. There's one more plugin for it. We call it config. Just a second. A plugin for that, which we call it config system or something like that. So let me tell you that exact name. I'm not able to recollect. Jenkins config history, and the plugin name is this one. Yeah, configuration history. So this plugin, which will help you to anything what you modify, it will detect. It will have the job configuration history stored, and you can compare also. So this is there. It's a very stable plugin and very popular one also.
Then how about the restore? Is it we able to restore from the configuration?
So there's one thing. This is this plugin which I was talking about, which will do the job label configuration. So many times what happens, not everyone has access to everything, but you have access to your job. So in that case, this is very helpful for the developers, those who's not having a system-wide access. But those people who's having system-wide access, this is a like a super admin or something for the disaster recovery and stuff like that. This option is good.
Okay.
I'll show you this both. I'll show you
the
config
system plugin, is it is a backup to the Jenkins server itself or backup to other medium?
No, config history plugin is basically not for backup. It is only for the versioning, the jobs changes.
Okay.
Changes whichever whatever. Let's say I'll put it in this way. Let's say today I did some configuration to my job. Okay, and I was very tensed and I was working on this particular job and I modify something and stopped working. Now in the real time, jobs will not be like this, the one which I'm showing you. In real time, you'll be having 30 steps. The which you see here, one step. Here you will have 30 steps, and 30 steps you will have a very complicated setups. So now even some mistake, let's say some mistake which I did it knowingly, unknowingly, and stopped working. Now again you have to spend a lot of time, building hours, maybe taking 1 hour to replicate that issue itself. So it's like a frustration, right? So for that, you can install this plugin and then manage the version of the job configuration, and you can roll back and see the difference and do lots of things. So I'll show you that. That's not very difficult. It's just installation and then you start using it. That's nothing else.
Yeah, but this one cannot resolve if the Jenkins server corrupted, the job's gone, right? This one cannot resolve anymore.
No. That's not for this. For that you have to use this one or this one.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. But the restore is need to manual work, is it?
Which one?
Let's say we're using the team backup to backup the configuration. We put this to the JIT. So if any happen, how are we going to restore it? Is it the manual to restore, or is it any plugin we can use to restore it back?
Yes. No. Nothing like that. It's a reverse order. Install the plain Jenkins. Okay. Install the plain Jenkins. Install the thin backup, and here you have a restore functionality from a directory. That's all.
Okay, but this is for all the job, right? Or is specified to certain
you can yes, you can select that which particular. So when you take a backup here, you can specify which particular backup which you are taking up. Here you can have all backup, only plugins backup, only job backups. Specific, you have a checkbox. I'll show you that during demo tomorrow. You'll have a checkbox to decide which you want to take a backup of.
Okay, so question is without the administration right, can we do this the team backup?
Actually, you don't need administration, right? Why? Because this is once installed and set up and scheduled, no one is doing nothing. It's just a one-time setup. So whenever you're setting up the Jenkins server, you just set it up once and schedule it. This will keep doing the backup as per the schedule, let's say weekly, daily, or whatever it is. And then only the restore, when you can use the restore when only once you have a problem with the original Jenkins server. So here no admin required on an interval, or a user required on an interval, or something like that. It's like a kind of batch job which you run in the background.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, any other questions which you have? Okay, so now I'm going to wrap this session up, but before that, we have a very important things to do, and which is advised by Train Code, a consulting company. We both are collaborated with each other. So now I have one feedback form to share. So I'm going to the chat window, and I would request you to please fill this feedback form for the day 1, and it will be very beneficial for us to decide the day 2, and then plan the things which is if something was not done appropriately. So for the second day, so I'm just sharing this URL for to all of you, and that URL is I just get it, just a second, hold on. Here it should be, I got it, yes. So the URL I'm putting in the chat window. All 7 of you, please fill this form. And it's important for us. Yes, Chris, you have one question?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, because when using the command shell, right, you need to run the job before you can see the command shell. Is there a way to to remote shell the Jenkins or something?
Yes, you can do that very well. You can do that very well. So that's called API. So remember, I did the post, but you can do the get also. Now let me share my screen. I'll show you, just give you the idea, but tomorrow I'll show you that stuff in detail. So let's say you want the detail. Okay, so you want the detail of, let's say, this compile job, and the status you want to have a detail. So what you can do, instead of post, a REST API called post, you have to do the get. But the question is, what is the URL? So you have to, when you add any job, API and it, and you see here, you have a XML API, you have a JSON API, you have a Python API. These are the API which you have, and you have so many tutorials also to see all this thing doing through the API. Now click on the, let's say, JSON API. See here, this is the API, and you query this API and you get this entire data. Now you want the reports like status. So status of this is not a job, so you cannot see status here, but I'll go to the job number, let's say 12 number, and go to the API for that number. So everything is exposed here. Success, see here, result, success. So you can query this JSON, and it's querying a JSON or XML is very easy nowadays. You can use any query tools and do the queries, and then you can fetch whatever, not only results, anything which you wanted through the command line. Now you have to use the get method for it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, more questions, guys? Okay, so guys, I would request you to please, all of you, fill this form. It's very important for me, and based on that, we'll start the discussion tomorrow on the remaining topics, whichever we have.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.